everybody? Alex here from Heavy New York. Once again, we are outside the Highline Ballroom, and today we got Josh of Cattle Decapitation. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
It's great to have you here. The last time I spoke to you was with Alto Music at NAMM, and today we have you on Heavy New York, so it's great to have you here. So you're currently on now the tour with Revocation, Full of Hell, and Artificial Brain. How's the tour been so far?
It's been fantastic. Like, top to bottom, the bands have been killing it. Everyone gets along and enjoys each other's company, and I mean, what more could you ask for? Tour turnouts have been great, so really it's just been all positives, you know. There's nothing weird.
Yeah, it's nothing weird, except for getting evicted from
we got kicked out of the standing in front of a brick wall that someone's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Property rights in this country.
Yeah, in this city. But the latest record is the Anthropocene Extinction, which came out in 2015, and it's a badass record. Now, this is more towards the end of the record cycle, more or less. So do you prefer to play like newer material when it's been out for a while and it's been processed a little bit more, or do you prefer to play like newer material like right when it comes out and it's fresh?
I think we get totally sick of playing the same old crap, so we're anxious to play new material when it comes out. And then we make everyone else totally sick of it because then that's all we play that entire tour cycle. So actually, this go around, we've brought back some songs that are slightly older that we haven't done in a while. So, I mean, not like 1997 vintage or anything like that, but some stuff from Monolith that we haven't played in a few years.
Sweet.
Some stuff from Harvest Floor we haven't played in a few years. So, you know, it's a long set. It's an hour and almost 15 minutes.
Damn.
So that's a lot of...
That's a lot of metal.
That's a lot of metal, yeah. So it's, believe me.
You can never have too much metal, though, right?
So, yeah, I'm up there. All of us are up there just like, you know, sweating our asses off. So it's a longer set, but it's, you know, it's got a little something for everyone. You know? I mean, of course, there's going to be people that are like, play Dead Meal. I'm like, oh, I haven't played that song in 15 years, but, or whatever. But, you know, not going to please everyone. But I think it's a good set that spans, you know, a lot of the more popular eras, shall we say.
Yeah. Well, I'd imagine also the more records you put out, it's kind of harder to put a set list together, right?
Yeah, I mean, because everyone in the band has their own, like, oh, I love such and such a song, and it gets neglected or whatever, and occasionally, okay, we'll do it, it gets brought back, and if we may enjoy playing it, that's one thing, but, like, people in the audience are kind of like, you kind of feel it's like a dead spot, like, people be like, huh, and you can't really tell if they're, like, not into it, or if they're just sort of going, oh, huh, I've never heard this live, or I don't know what this song is, you know, so we kind of make the set and then refine it as we go, you know, based on that. We want to bum people out, but not in that way.
Of course. Now, the last time you came here, you were playing with Whitechapel, which like was more of like a deathcore show, and you know now you're here with Revocation and Full of Hell, like more on like the grindcore spectrum of things. Do you notice like maybe a different type of audience and you know you were also here with Brujeria, which I consider almost like punky in a way.
Yeah, they
like,
have their on the punkier side of grind or whatever. Yeah, I don't want to say there's like with this tour there's like distinct crowds where like people peel off after a certain band, because that's not been the case. It's been beginning to end, like it fills up quickly and stays that way. But as far as the type of people in the crowd, I mean, I don't know, like like people that are like Whitechapel's crowd, you know, it's just sort of a different, you know.
I've noticed like a different
it's not a
mosh.
bad thing. It's just different, you know.
I've noticed a different type of mosh pit though. Your mosh pits are more this, whereas their mosh pits are more this.
Oh yeah, just based upon the music and tempos and how they write their stuff. Yeah, it's just the reaction. I don't say appropriate, but just the sort of expected reaction to those two different sort of styles. So.
Of course.
It is what it is kind of thing.
Yeah, and you definitely, I've noticed, appeal to like multiple audiences, like, you know, people who love classical death metal, people who love deathcore, people who love grindcore. I think you really do incorporate a lot of those different elements.
Yeah, there's different elements to it to where everyone can find just not quite enough of what they like in it.
Yeah.
To be like, I mean, some people want, you know, orthodox, I want this, and that's it, you know, but we're influenced by so much different stuff. Which is sort of true or sort of not. I don't know. But we just try to we put together the things we like, you know, and hopefully make it as, you know, as cohesive as possible, you know.
Well, your music is very experimental, so there's always like room, I feel like, to try different things.
And I'm glad that we can do that. We can, because with each cycle, I mean, maybe there's an influence that's kind of crept in over the course of that we start incorporating, and it just is. It's not a left, you know, it may be out of left field, but it's not something that causes people to be like, oh no, I'm done with these guys or anything like that.
Yeah, I can imagine. I think you have a very loyal fan base. So
We do,
if
and
you
that's
start,
awesome.
if you become a country band, I think they'll still love you. And you should try a country band. No, I'm kidding.
Just wait. No, I don't. No, I don't even know yet. We don't even know yet. We'll see where things go. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really say accurately because we don't have any new material written. We have riffs and stuff. Like each one of us has stuff we can bring in, but we don't have like, oh, we got a couple songs. No.
Well, it kind of brings me into my.
2018 is going to be all about that. So.
Okay, so you kind of just answered my question. So, like, I'd imagine this is kind of like, and Revocation also just said it, but like, this is kind of like the last tour of the Anthropocene record cycle, and now you're kind of like
Yes.
getting into studio mode.
Yeah. Well, we're doing something in February. We have an international, 2.5 week thing we're doing. But yeah, for domestically, unless tentatively this is the last thing. But you know how sometimes stuff is just with this business, it's unforeseen things. You get an offer or something. It's like, yeah, we'd be stupid not to do that. So then that kind of throws that sort of plan out the window.
Of course.
But as far as like if barring any unforeseen tours or whatever, this will be the last U.S. tour of this cycle, and then we start writing super hardcore 2018,
Yeah.
and hopefully have a record out early 2019.
Awesome. That
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see.
It'll definitely be worth the wait. And you've been on some awesome tours, like
Yeah,
with
we've been lucky.
Brujeria, Whitechapel. You were on 70,000 Tons,
That was great.
and doing so much. It's
yeah,
like
we did. I mean, there's been a lot of tours this cycle. We were on Summer Slaughter 2015.
Yep.
Right, kind of a little right before the record came out, and then right after it came out, and then yeah, we did that fall tour with King Parrot. We had Brujeria, Whitechapel. We went to Mexico. We did Europe like 4 or 5 times. I don't know, just a bunch. So yeah, we've been pretty damn busy. And then this tour is just a lot going on.
Yeah, I can
So-
imagine. Well, I want to truly thank you
Yeah,
so
thank you,
much
sir.
for your time.
Yeah.
Good luck. Best of luck with the recording.
Thank you.
I know it'll be worth the wait, and we look forward to having you
We'll
back on
do
the
our
road.
very best, man.
Yeah. Everybody, Josh from Cattle Decapitation, Alex from Heavy New York. If you haven't already, pick up their new record, The Anthropocene Extinction, and be on the lookout for new Cattle Decapitation coming very soon. Alex from Heavy New York, everybody.